Alright, big video now. So what's up, guys? This is going to be my how to network online video, and this one's going to have a lot of value to it. I did this big challenge when I spoke about in the last video of networking with 50 entrepreneurs. So basically I tackled this list. I found myself people on Instagram, entrepreneurs, founders, tech, whatever, etc. in my areas, people that I wanted to reach out to and create a connection with. And I threw 50 of them onto a list. It took me a while to do this. Been doing it for like a week or two now, but now I'm ready to come at you with this video. So let me just pull you up to this page. So I kind of want to go over exactly like what this process is. And I made like little templates and fake databases specifically for this video. So at first I have all my reach outs put into a database right here. So this one's fake, but obviously I have my own that I could add as many profiles as I want to it. So mine probably has like 200 now. For this example, I have 2. So you can sort them by any number, etc., whatever. I'll always have the socials listed. So for this one, I'm starting off with the winner, the one that did hit. You list them by their name and the date that you tried to approach them or talk to them, etc. And typically I'll list their occupations or business. So, this is all fake, but you have someone who's a founder, you have a coach, you have a podcaster here. Example below, this person, you could put their location, their career. And then I like to sort with tags. So when you create a database like this, you're actually able to use AI, you're able to sort and filter things. So one of them is these little groupings. I just use these little bits of code to put it into here. But essentially, if I'm looking in the future for specifically a coach, I could then filter this tag to find all of the people that have this little coach tag along it. And I can find out, if I actually did get a response from this person, anything I could do, follow up with them, I'll list all that stuff. I'll typically put their followers in another category here. And then I have my message. So whatever I send to the person, I put into this section right here. Now, based off what I sent here, and if they responded, I'll either put a check or I'll just write an X if they didn't respond. When this updates here, hold on, guys. Yeah, so when this, sometimes I have this section first, but when this updates, when I have advice, whatever message they responded to me with, that will update the response. But, for example, like if this guy responded here, John Guy, the winning Instagram account, he responded to me. I check this off here in my list, and then I'll confirm that I create a connection with him. So that's if, I actually have an opportunity to speak to this person in the future more, that will qualify as a connection in this list. For example, with the other guy, let's say I sent him a message here, he didn't respond. I leave my advice blank. My connections, I just wrote there is no connection. So what I do is you'll have this database you can create, and you feed this into AI. So AI will look at this and say, okay, like there's this type of person at this time, things that were happening at the time, etc. What this person does, how many followers they have, and what your message was. So it could see, okay, this message here worked, this one didn't. Why did this one not work, and why did this one work? So it's going to feed that into its logic system, which kind of just grows more and more and more. You build a database and give it more examples, which is why I use the term win rate, and I'll show you later on of what I'm actually working with right now. So when you put these previous messages into the system with all these names, people's tags, whatever, it will produce a new updated reach out system. So maybe the next time I do this, it will take information from this that worked and it will actually incorporate it into my next reach out. Now, when I do this, typically, I do use AI to help me reach out initially, but any messages after the initial reach out is all myself because I want to build an actual connection with the person, not AI doing it for me. But with that, I get a win rate out of it. So, if I reach out to 50 people and I got, 5 people actually messaged me or responded to me, that's the win rate, 5 out of 50. And then you rinse and repeat this process. So next time I can send this out, maybe I do another 50. Maybe instead of 5 out of 50, it's 12. So 12 out of 50, whatever. And that is kind of your win rate going up. And what I'll show you what you could do and what I did for this challenge is this little pull, this is what a database looks like before you kind of confirm it. It's in this little table section. And you can just list out the numbers, so how many people you're doing. This is not too important. But once again, their social handle, you'll find the name of the person, their followers, and these 3 categories, which is important. So a success is anytime they respond back to you. Now, sometimes they're automated responses, and I don't count that as a success. So if it's a coach, for example, sometimes they'll have other people respond for them, or like you'll get a response in like half a second. That is not a success, so I just don't add that. But the success win rate comes from here, your number that pops up here, and it's how many people actually respond to you. Now for a connection, that's, if I spoke to this person and I see there's an actual opportunity to speak to them again in the future, not like a literal like reason, like there's something I have to meet them for, a real reason I have to get back to them, whatever. It's just I kind of have this texting relationship with this person. An opportunity is a big one. Is what we're looking for here. Opportunity is anytime someone says that they could provide their service for you, they want to invite you to something, they actually want to work with you, etc. Any type of like sale, whatever it is, something that prompts an action, that's opportunity, and that's what we're looking for here. So now real quick, this is mostly with online networking, and I just want to put a disclaimer that this will not work if this is your profile. It's not like I found these random accounts. These are real active profiles. I looked at an Andrew Tate comment section and pulled these 2. We got Rick's with the anime profile picture, who likes football, has like 100 followers, whatever. Another random profile name, not sure who it is. They write, an introvert in the era of snakes. Passion fuels me, discipline shapes me. Nobody's interested in responding to some person like this. Like there's no actual personal brand, no data about you. It's literally just this blank profile. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the people in my comment section who have also DM'd me on Instagram, this is them. And I'm saying like, I'll respond to some of these people because they, they're right there for my YouTube, whatever, and I want to share with my community. But this is not going to get you a response from someone. I'll show you some of the people I've talked with. They would not have responded if this is what my account looks like. My account, I have that I am currently building on this networking business. I posted my link to my YouTube. I have upkeep posts and stuff like that. And the idea is, some people think I'm posting too much, whatever, but it's an active account and it shows that I'm currently working towards what I said I was. So a lot of these people I've spoken to didn't believe me because I didn't have any YouTube going, any content online. They had no reason to believe what I was actually doing. I was executing it, and now they do. So I'll get made fun of, whatever, for posting, etc. I don't care, because it's gotten me the opportunities I needed to, and it's kind of showed that I am serious what I'm doing. And that has not happened because my profile looked like that. It happened because my profile actually looked like a real human being. So I just want to touch up on how to find people to actually reach out to. So my first idea is with interactions. So, if I really want to talk to these certain people, maybe it's like fitness influencers, if I'm liking their post and constantly like interacting with those people, Instagram or whatever you're using is going to push those more people like that into your feed. So a lot of people I found here, I actually was liking posts and following these other guys, and every single day, just a random new one would pop up on my page. I'm like, oh great, this is another person I want to network with. They popped up onto my feed. I didn't have to do anything to search for this person. And it works vice versa. So if you want to become the person your target wants to see, and I can explain this. So in my feed, I'll see my targets, people that I want to go after. The vice versa is my target's feed, they can see me. And what I mean by that is, for example, with coaches. So coaches are always looking for some person to, be their next client. A lot of times if it's brand coaching, they want to find someone that they can work on their brand. So, someone who's active, not as big of a page that they can help. Same thing with sales. A lot of these sales people are looking for new clients, not clients, co-workers, whatever, people to do the sales on their sales team. And they want to find someone active like my profile. So because I feed the description of their target, there's a higher chance that I wind up on their page because they like or follow, people similar to me that they're trying to look to hire, etc. And then that system, the the Instagram system of pushing out those people, they'll push me out to people I want to actually find myself. And a lot of times I'll literally have, and I know what they're doing, but I feed into it because it's part of my networking, is I'll have these pages, these coaches, whatever, they'll just like one of my posts. But as soon as I see it, I instantly follow them because I'm like, all right, there's another person I could add to my feed that I actually did not have to look for myself. Additionally, you could use ChatGPT or AI. So you could just say, this is what I'm looking for. These are the type of people I want to find, or this is what I need to find. And ChatGPT can help you. They're able to scrape, bios, profiles, names, etc., stuff like that. So sometimes it's not too accurate, but for the most part, like a 60% chance if it spits out 10 people, 6 of those will be good targets for you. So use AI to do that. Similar thing, you can find me people who can help. There's like, you could do this pretty much with any niche. So, you could put certain people, or you could just say, hey, listen, I'm trying to find, I don't know, like you're running a fitness brand, like pro athletes, but they're not like a Ronaldo, like, your local team, whatever. Maybe it plays a division or like a second league or something like that. It'll find people like that. It could search for that. And lastly, just asking people. So, I'll be at the gym maybe, or I'll talk to some person I used to know from high school. I'm like, hey, like, you started doing good. Who helped you out personally? Or like, who do you know? So, at my local gym, shout out Brandon. I been talking with him, and he's kind of put me on with stuff to do at the gym, workouts wise. Maybe other people. I've been looking for work, and he's trying to help me like find places to work at. I also can network. Like things like that are great sources. Like there's so many opportunities. You could just talk to someone in some public place, even if you're nervous about it. Like, who cares? Because chances are, for example, I'm at college. Most of the people I talk to every day of my life for like 12 years, don't see them anymore. So just put yourself out there. And bottom line, the more data you have in your AI equals a stronger win rate and a greater outreach. So my win rate is pretty good right now. And it's because it has 200 examples, users that I put into it. But when I get to 1,000, imagine how much stronger that win rate will be when my AI knows, like, okay, at first I thought that this one method works, but after 800 more, it's like, oh damn, like that's not going to work at all. That's not going to cut it. We actually have this technique that works so much better. So, AI is only as strong as what you put into it. So really take advantage of that and just really put the numbers out there. All right, I want to go over my current win rate. So I have reached out to more than 50 people, but this was just like one data set. This is testing out what I have right now with 50 targets. All right, so my success win rate, this is how many people actually responded back to me. So I got 12 out of 50, which is 24%. Now you could look at this and be like, oh, that's a low number, whatever, etc. To me, this is a great number because I know that if I reach out to 50 people, and they're a lot of them are high followers. I'll show you the highest one I reached was 600,000 responded back to me. If I know that I'm looking for an opportunity, or I'm looking for people to reach out to, that it just takes me 50 people to reach out to for guaranteed, at least, statistically, that 12 will respond back to me, I think is a great number. Now, again, more importantly is the connection. So what is my win rate with building connections with people? So 7 out of the 50 people I actually am on a talking basis with now. And I have this connection where, there's no opportunities yet, but maybe I could ask them for help in the future, or talk to them, maybe ask them like, hey, like I'm in Tampa again, or like, oh, I'm in like Miami, like, do you want to like do something or talk about something? Maybe I have an opportunity I want to give them, etc. That's good to have this little connection here. Now, ideally, the most important section is opportunity. What have we got out of this? Now, like I said before, this 50 group, I actually have the opportunity to work with a founder in Tampa now, from zero skill to learning how to use these databases to get the opportunity with him. So that's my biggest one so far. But out of this 50, I have 5 out of 50. So 10% of the people I reach out to, I actually have a cold, hard opportunity to work with them. So some of these people invited me to some of their events that they have, whether it's like a run club, these big events in Tampa, like Tampa Entrepreneurship. One of those guys invited me out to that. I mean, I won't be there this summer, but I'll be there back in the fall. And additionally, I got high level creators saying like, yo, like, I really appreciate what you said to me, etc. Whatever. Like, I can offer like whatever you need. I can help you out. So this one's a little bit less of a solid opportunity, but it's still the same thing. Some creator that knows more than me, knows how to do this stuff, whether it's editing, etc., whatever, and they're branching down to me saying that they could help me and offer me something. So for my first run with this, with my first 50 people, 5 out of 50, a 10% win rate with opportunity, I think is amazing. So I'm really proud of that. Hopefully going to keep working on this. I wonder next time when I do one of these to see how much that has increased. Definitely is going to have a lot of information to go off of, knowing that I have 50. Like you can see, I'm not going to show the actual messages, but it's like 12 pages of just messages when I scroll down to it. Now I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this, but showing certain usernames and stuff, it's kind of hard to blur out everything I do when I'm doing networking. But I want to show you the page that I was doing all this on. So I've removed the names. I still have the handles. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this, but these are a lot of the people that I've reached out to. You can see who I got a response from, who I made a connection with, which ones I got an opportunity with. So there's a lot of these people here. 50 names, you can imagine. I'll just quickly scroll there. That's how normally the messages look. There's my win rates again. But if you could just pull something like this off, like let me go back to the page here. Put together a database like this for yourself. I mean, this is something that I worked on personally myself, and it's kind of the product of what I want to do. So I'm gladly to help any of you guys, at least now, to work on testimonies for myself. But create a little bracket like this database and really just hash out numbers, and you'll actually be able to build yourself like a suitable system to kind of reach out to the things you need. So if you're building a business and you're struggling, like, hey, how do I actually create the LLC or like make my business like legal and do the taxes and stuff? There's someone out there who knows how to do that already and is willing to help you. You just have to reach out to them. Find the people you need to reach out to, and you'll go from here, and your business, your content, your personal, whatever it is, will soar. I really think it's important that everyone knows how to network, and especially the fact that you know that this is a skill that you could build on yourself and actually, upgrade, especially with the help of AI. I hope this video helps out. This is actually my most valuable video so far versus the other ones kind of being a little bit yapping or some bullshit. If I want you to watch a video like this, is the one that I think you guys should watch, and I really think you guys should try this out. If any of you guys do this, send it to me. I'd love to see how it works for you guys. Apart from that, just you stuck through this. Really try this out. Glad you did. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Have a blessed day. I'll see you later. Ciao.